Hey, back again on 2QQ. Fire today, we bring you some truly heart-shattering news for fans of Chinese dramas, fandoms, and the entertainment world. Get ready, because this moment isn't just shocking, it's also stirring up long-held curiosity. Yes, that's right. Ziyu and Tian Xuning reunite in Beijing. Cityscape at dusk collision. The afternoon sky in Beijing looked so calm. The wind blew gently. People went about their normal activities, and the shopping malls were bustling with young people, workers, and tourists. Nothing seemed different until one simple moment changed everything. A short, seemingly ordinary shot, yet it held 1,000 stories behind it. The footage showed two very familiar figures, Ziyu and Tian Xuning, walking side by side, without any denial, without any excessive disguise. This incident occurred at a luxury shopping mall in the Chaoyang district. A fan who was shopping recognized Ziyu from afar. At first, the fan was unsure, considering the rumors of their breakup that had been making headlines for months. But when Tian Xuning appeared beside Ziyu, any doubts vanished. They were truly together, strolling casually as if the world around them wasn't watching. What made this moment go viral wasn't just their togetherness, but the small, genuine interaction. In the video, Ziyu smiled softly, a smile she hadn't seen in public for a long time. Meanwhile, Tian Xuning naturally adjusted the strap of Ziyu's bag, which had slipped slightly. It was a small, yet caring gesture. And the internet exploded. Meanwhile, netizens' comments on Weibo, Douyin, and TikTok poured in non-stop. Some were happy, some were moved, and others were unsure how to react. Many wrote that the scene felt like the climax of a romance drama, but it was real. It wasn't staged. It wasn't staged. It was a genuine interaction between two people who have a history. As we know, rumors of Ziyu and Tian Xuning's breakup surfaced about 6 months ago. Gossip media outlets cited career pressure as the trigger, while some fans attributed it to pressure from both parties' management. But what really shocked them was when the two unfollowed each other on social media. Many took it as a sign of the end. However, despite the rumors that separated them, something remained that united them: their shared history. They first met on an adventure variety show. At the time, their chemistry seemed so natural. They laughed together, supported each other through challenges, and their relationship grew slowly but surely. When the fandom began to divide into pro and con camps, Ziyu and Tian Xuning remained silent. They made no statements, no denials, and no affirmations. And now, that silence seemed to speak loudest. Because without a word, their presence together in Beijing answered everything. Some entertainment analysts even called this meeting a moment of reconciliation. It's possible the two are trying to mend their once-fractured relationship. Does this mean they're back together as a couple? Or just friends who respect each other? That's the mystery that's been stirring fans. One of the most emotional parts of the video is when Ziyu turns and looks at Tian Xuning for a moment. It's a brief but meaningful gaze, as if holding back words that need not be said. Many fans said that the look wasn't the look of someone who is done with each other, but rather the look of someone who still harbored feelings. But of course, not everyone saw this as good news. Some worried that this togetherness would only bring new pressure. The entertainment world isn't always kind to personal relationships, especially ones that have been under scrutiny from the start. But amidst the doubts, there was a flicker of hope. Because not all love ends when rumors circulate. Not all relationships collapse because of time. Some need distance to find their way. Some need silence to understand their feelings. And perhaps Ziyu and Tian Xuning were in that phase, the coming home phase. Several fans on set said they looked relaxed. There was no tension. They spoke softly, occasionally chuckling. There was even a moment when Tian Xuning looked down to listen to something Ziyu whispered. And once again, fans' hearts melted. Meanwhile, neither of their agencies has issued an official statement. This has fueled public curiosity. Are they deliberately allowing speculation to grow? Or do they simply want their relationship to proceed without public scrutiny? Longtime fans who have followed their journey from the beginning feel like this is the second chapter of an unfinished story. Like two stars whose orbits drifted apart, only to eventually reunite at the same point. Real-life dramas are sometimes far more emotional than television series. This is because it's not scripted. There's no director directing the scenes. Everything happens naturally, with real human emotions. On the other hand, stylists and several people in the entertainment industry admitted they weren't entirely surprised. They said that despite not being seen together in public, Ziyu and Tian Xuning never actually cut off communication. A close relative said, "Some relationships don't need to be visible to exist." What made this moment even more special was how unconcerned the two seemed to be by the cameras. There was no attempt to hide their faces, no quick steps to avoid them, no panic. It was as if they were ready to face any public reaction. And that kind of courage usually only comes when feelings are truly strong. Some pop culture analysts even called this event an example of maturity in celebrity relationships. Amidst the often stifling spotlight, they chose not to let outside opinion dictate their course of action. This demonstrates that their relationship is built not only on feelings, but also on emotional maturity. However, there are always challenges ahead. Popularity can be a double-edged sword. If the two do decide to reunite, they must be prepared to face pressure from management, the media, and even some fans who may have differing opinions. Love in the spotlight isn't just about being together, but also about surviving. Despite this, many fans greeted this moment with great hope. Hashtags like #ZiuXineumReunion and #MarikaMasiedaraza immediately trended. The fan community created fan art, edited videos of old moments, and wrote thousands of messages of support. It felt like the entire fandom cheered in unison, embracing the renewed warmth of memories. Others said that this wasn't just about the relationship between two people, but about a more universal hope. Sometimes in life, we need to see proof that something broken can be repaired, that what was lost can be found again, that genuine feelings don't just exist in dramas, but in real life too. And in the end, whether they reunite as a couple, best friends, or something yet to be named, what matters is that they seem happy. And perhaps that happiness was more than enough to make the world smile that day in Beijing. Now, the public awaits their next move. Will the two appear together in public again? Will there be a collaborative project? Or will they choose to live this out in silence? Whatever the answer, today we witnessed something rare. A moment when two people who once meant so much to each other walked side by side again. Not as a gimmick, not for the cameras, but because there was something they still wanted to preserve. And for those of us watching from afar, it's enough for us to say, sometimes love just needs a second chance.